Hi friends, it's beach day and today we're going to do a sand painting. Here's an example of a sand painting that I did. Okay. And to do this sand painting, I'm going to use my recycled cardboard, some play sand, and that's sand that you might have at your house, maybe if you have a sandbox. If you don't have any play sand, you can also use salt for this project. I'm also using my glue, primary color paints, a cup of water to wash my brush, and a paintbrush for painting my project. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to write with my glue, making all kinds of fun lines, some curly lines and some spiral lines and some wavy lines. And I'm going to cover my whole paper in glue lines. And I want to make sure that I'm going all the way around and using the whole piece of cardboard so that my design is balanced. Okay. So after I put the glue on, I'm going to take my pincher fingers, these three fingers, and I'm going to pinch the sand and I'm going to sprinkle it all over the glue. So I'm going to just keep pinching and sprinkling until I cover all the glue on my cardboard. And I'm getting sand on my board, that's okay. I'll clean that up afterwards. All right, so now I have covered the whole design in sand. And I'm gonna tap it back off into my container with the other sand. And now I have a relief piece of artwork. And remember, a relief artwork is an artwork that's flat on the back, but then it's extended off of the front. Now you want to let your project dry overnight so that the glue is dry underneath the sand. Here's one I did earlier, so now I can paint it. And you want to make sure that the sand and glue, that the glue is dry, because if you try to paint over it, the paintbrush will move the glue around and disturb your design. Okay, so I'm going to start with some yellow, and I'm actually going to paint in the negative space with my yellow. And I'm going to do that in a couple of spots. Actually, I'm going to do that in 3 spots. Okay, so in 3 of my spots, I'm going to paint yellow in the negative space. And I'm going to wash my brush off. So remember, I'm going to move it back and forth on the bottom of my container. So swish, swish. Then I'm going to drag it on the side to get any extra water out. And then dab, dab, dab onto my napkin. All right. So now I'm going to use some red, but I'm going to I'm going to paint a big area. I'm not going to just paint the negative space. I'm going to paint the whole area red. And I'm going over my sand and my glue, and I'm covering the raised up part and the negative space on the bottom. And I'm just going to keep dabbing and painting until it's all covered. And when you're using primary colors, remember, you can mix them together to create other colors. So I'm going to take a little bit of my red and I'm going to mix it in with my yellow. And now I've created an orange. So I'm going to use the orange, and I'm going to cover some of the other spaces that I didn't cover in red. I'm going to cover big patches of my design with the orange. And I'm going to overlap my red over here so I make it a little bit more interesting color-wise. I'm just going to keep filling in with orange. going to cover the yellow places that I did. I'm going to leave those the way they are and paint around them. And lastly, okay, I'm going to clean my brush. So I'm going to go swish, 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 swish on the bottom, back and forth, scrape on the side to get the extra water off, and then dab, dab, dab on my napkin to get the extra water off. Lastly, I'm going to use my blue, and I'm going to finish up what's left with the blue. And it's okay if your colors overlap in spots. That makes it kind of interesting where the colors mix together. All right, so I'm finishing this up. A couple of spots that I missed where I'm going to just do the negative space. Okay, and now my project is finished. And here you have a sand painting. Friends, I miss doing art with you, and I sure do look forward to a time when we can be back together again. And I hope you enjoy this project. I look forward to seeing pictures. Thank you for those people that sent in pictures of their collage, the nature collage that we did last week. I really enjoyed seeing those. And I look forward to seeing your projects online. I love you and I miss you, and I sure hope I get to see you soon. Bye.